So after the summit, one of the questions that I got most from people was, okay, you're telling me I need to find like a hungry crowd, a starving market, people that want my product. So how do I find them? Because I gave some examples. For me, it's so ingrained. So it took me quite some time to think about like, okay, what's the process that I go through? And the answer is, there's not really a process. What you want to get into the habit of is something that Tate also covered in Financial Wizardry, where he talks about the money lens. If you walk through life, if you go through life in your daily activities with your brain on, always looking at what is a business doing, how are they getting money, what is their problem, where are they advertising, is their advertising good, is their copy good, how does their website look, like all sorts of stuff. I don't know what you do, right? But let's assume that you're a copywriter. You help people improve results in their advertising. Now, right away, you can think of like all the different stuff that you can do. Because this is where people go wrong at the first place. Like they say, okay, I write. So where do I advertise? Well, brother, like that is something you should come up with first, right? You write. So what can you improve? You can improve Google AdWords. Like you can help them increase profitability, conversion from those, right? The answer should be yes, by the way. Because most Google AdWords, like most ads that businesses run, are absolutely horrible, like terrible. They get fuck all response because they've been written by someone that doesn't understand direct response marketing. You do, because you're a copywriter. That's what you do. You write words to get response. So, you use that skill. You can do Google AdWords. You can do Facebook ads. You can do signage in stores. You can do print media. If they send out stuff, like they send out flyers, or they send out like a newsletter, or they send out, letters to previous customers, whatever, right? If you look at the advertising that they do, that's sort of where you start. You can find like the weak points in whatever they're doing. And trust me, they're going to be more than enough. Like, let's say you're a website designer. Well, you can obviously look at the website, right? That's easy. That's not hard. Even if you're a copywriter, you can look at the website, see how the website copy is doing, see if that would convert. And then from there on out, now okay, let me focus on businesses that run Google ads, right? Now, the next thing is if you want to find a hungry crowd, like it makes sense to go after a market of people that are already spending money on advertising, which they are, like if they run Google ads, that's it. You can just find the Google ads. You could Google it, and then, the ad appears. This is not hard, right? This is easy. And if you're not local, let's say you're in, Dagestan, and you want to find U.S. clients, well, then you get a VPN, and you pretend like you're in the U.S., and then these are all things that can be done. Like you can Google it. Like if you want to get the local search results and the local Google ads, you can easily find those. So now you have a list of businesses that already advertise on Google. Now, what kind of businesses? Well, now it's a matter of maybe you pick some industry that spends money. I think I gave the example of cosmetic surgeons, plastic surgeons, right? Lawyers, mortgage brokers. You can find like keywords. Again, this is easy, right? You can find keywords in probably the Google AdWords interface or some blog post. This should be easy to find, of expensive keywords. So like which businesses are spending a lot of money on scoring high, scoring at the top for whatever they do. And you can get some inspiration from that. This is a brain thing. It's something that's always on. Like you should always be scanning like your surroundings and your daily activity for, okay, is this a business that has money? Are these business owners interested in improving their results? Are they focused on conversion? Can they hire someone like me? Should they hire someone like me? Can I add value to their business? And when you're aware of these opportunities, when you become aware, and when you have your radar on, like your hungry market radar on, you will find these everywhere. But for me to say, okay, step 1, 2, 3, that's almost undoable. I gave you somewhat of an example. Quick aside, if you're doing this and you made your list of potential targets, potential markets that you would think were awesome, you can always go to the Ask Professor Arno channel and say, hey, this is the work I've been doing. I saw your video. Here's the list. And you can get my feedback on that. So I'll slice through your list like a insane axe murderer slices through a school bus of children. It's a little dark. I do it in a nice way, though. NFT projects. So crypto projects that, started out selling digital art. And the reason why I picked that was because it was like a growing market. There was a lot of hype going on in it, a lot of money to be made. And it makes sense. Like these people needed someone to differentiate themselves from other collections. I could provide that service with my writing skills. So I started providing that service. Let's say you're going to be a ghost writer for social media. Well, in that case, probably it doesn't make sense to approach your local hardware store and say, hey, you need to make a Twitter account and I'm going to run it. I mean, that hardware stores don't really run on Twitter accounts, man. You need a different audience there. And you can think about like who grows on Twitter, like who finds their audience on Twitter, what kind of people go there. Instagram, the same thing, right? Like for local businesses, Instagram and Facebook are perfect. Your local restaurant, your local real estate agent, your local mortgage broker, all of those people need a local presence on local social media. So Facebook, Instagram, if you sort of get them a presence there, build their posts there, make something visual there, right there, that would be perfect. You need to get your brain jogging. I need to, get a sense of, okay, what do I want to sell? Who would need that? And how do I reach these people? And that is the best way, like always being aware of what's going on, where the money is flowing all around you because it's everywhere. But if you do that, finding a hungry market is going to be remarkably easy.